Let me show you one more way to fix this image, which is more kind of like my way than any standard way. Here's something that happens once you begin using a program for a long time. You come up with these really off-the-wall, wonky ways to fix things that you didn't read in a book. It just works. It reminds me of learning to cook with my Aunt Josephine. She came from Naples, Italy. She loved to cook, and she loved to teach me how to cook. I wound up line chefing at 2 restaurants in Naples when I was younger. I've been to school as a chef. I love cooking, all because of her, but her recipes used to drive me crazy. And I know you've got aunts and grandmoms like this. It's, Andy, put in the flour. And I'd say, well, how much? A cup and a half? I said, at school, we measure everything. And she said, no, a handful. Well, her hand was different than mine. It literally took me years to quantify the recipes so that I could get them the same every time. I want to quantify something else for you here. It's something I came up with. If nothing else works, at least give this a try. Pick up your eyedropper tool right there. As you move around on the image, I want you to pick a spot to click on that's not real light or very black. I would rather you avoid any areas like flesh tones. They're too light. Sweater would probably work. This actually would work too. I don't care where you go. Hold the Shift key down and click your mouse somewhere. Shift, click. When you do, it should pop open the Info dialog box. If it doesn't, go to the word Window and go down to Info. Those are the numbers where we clicked in red, green, and blue. I want you to add those numbers together. That would be a 79 plus 71. Don't you just love calculators? Plus 49 is equal to 199 divided by 3. Getting an average of the 3 numbers is 66.3. Round up. 67 is the magic number. Now go to your Adjustments panel and select Curves. Go into the middle eyedropper. Double-click it. Change the 128 numbers in RGB to, guess what? 67. 67, 67, 67. We use the same number because we need to take that area to a neutral. And I found it really doesn't matter too much where you go as long as it's not a really light area. That seems to make it go off key. Select OK. Do not save this as a target. This is a one-off. You're not going to use the same number ever. It'll always be different. Click No. You still have it. Next step, select the middle slider and make sure you have access to your Info palette. These numbers are where we are by that target. We need to match. As you move around, you can see the numbers come up here. We need to match those numbers before we click. So what we're going to do is move over here. We can keep our eyes on that area, and what we're looking for is when the 3 numbers in target 1 match as close as possible to where our mouse is moving around that eyedropper. Might take you a second to get there, especially if you've had too much coffee. I don't want to keep playing here. That's probably about as close as I'm going to get. I've got a 79, 70, 51, and the original target is 79, 71, 49. That's close enough. Click your mouse. Check it out. One more way to return color to an image that's got problems. I know it's a bit weird, but it works.